So today we are going to talk about mundane. There is something incredibly boring about the word mundane. If I hear, oh, this is so mundane, I just think, oh, this is so boring. Now, I have to say, when I first saw this word pop up on my subscriptions with Carrie, I thought, what on earth am I going to talk about? And I spent a good few hours trying to figure out what I would chat about, and then realised I couldn't think of anything, so I just left it to the back of my mind. Then, a little while ago, not too long ago, I was on an escalator in a tube station and suddenly just thought to myself, wow, this feels so mundane. And as I said it, it was like a lightning bolt going off. No, lightning bolt, like, whatever. Something going off in my brain that said, here. I really don't know how to tell a good story. But anyway, when I thought of that, I suddenly realised I liked that it was mundane for me to be on an escalator in a tube station. I liked that I slotted right into England life. I really liked that idea that this has become mundane for me instead of being something so special. Because don't get me wrong, it still feels special and it still feels so amazing to be living here, but it's mundane. And as I thought of that, I thought there is something nice about things being mundane. And I guess for me, I haven't really had a mundane life. I've never really had a day that just felt mundane, because when I lived in Australia, every day felt like a holiday. Maybe I went to school, but I still felt like it was a holiday, and it just didn't feel mundane. And for me to suddenly feel the sense of, oh, this is normal, this is mundane. I've said mundane way too many times in this video. It made me feel almost at home. It just made me feel calm and nice, warm inside. It just made me feel this is where I belong. This is where I belong. Beneath the clear white blue here, everything seems so new here in the world above. It's like my life was wrong, and somehow now at last I'm in my own skin, up here in the world above. That song, I was gonna cut it, but I think I'm gonna leave it in. That's what I'm getting at. That feeling of I'm right in my skin, this is where I belong. And I guess for a lot of people, things feeling mundane is normal because they haven't moved countries 3-4 times and they haven't had sort of anything different. And I'm not trying to sound up myself by saying, look at me, I've moved so many times, I'm wonderful. But I am just trying to say there is something really comforting about life being mundane. And of course, I am one of those people who cannot sit still and will move around and will never really have a mundane life, because that's just in my blood. It's what I've sort of grown up doing and it's what I'm gonna keep growing up to do, and that's fine. But there's also something really nice about life being mundane, so I guess my point for this video is there is nothing wrong with your life being mundane. What a crazy tangent that went on, and that like I said, I didn't really have a plan for this video before. Then I had that moment of like, oh, this is a good idea to talk about. And then I had nothing really to wrap it up with. But I think that's what I'm going to wrap it up with. Just with mundane can be comforting and feel homely. And that's just really important and good. And so if you hear the word mundane, you can stop thinking boring and you can start thinking warm, cozy home. Goodbye.